question is, do we really need another frame on the market? Well, maybe we do. Maybe that's why me and Yo-Yo collaborated on this project to bring you the Lino frames from Yo-Yo Skate. Let me give you a sales pitch if you want to call it that way. So what is this frame? What is the new Yo-Yo Skate X Ricardo Lino frame, or Yo-Yo collab with Ricardo Lino? Well, this is a frame that it's basically a modern looking frame with a classic feel. That's basically the slogan for this frame. What does that mean? Well, when you look at these, obviously, let's not hide it, there's nothing to hide here. Obviously it's very influenced by the industrial looking frames on the market right now, with the most common one being the Wizard frame. It's very similar. From the color to the shape, it's very similar. Let's not hide it, there's nothing to hide here. But what exactly is this? Why is it different? Well, this is not a rocket frame. What I've been seeing happening on the market is that every single brand seems like they're making 90s, or they're making 100 or 84, or there's like all these slightly rocket frames. They're amazing. I mean, the level of Wizard skating is only going up and up and up and up, and I really enjoy what all these brands are doing, and of course Wizard being the mother brand for all of these brands. Like Yo-Yo Skate, which is the company that makes these, also makes those types of frames, the slightly rocket frames. They have a whole line called the Sago frame. And the Sago, basically, it's they have 4x84, 4x90, 4x100. They have 5x80. They have the ones with the bigger wheels in the front and smaller wheels in the middle, similar to the advanced frames from Wizard. They have UFS versions and they have 165, but this is not that. This is a UFS 90 millimeters flat frame. And why is it UFS? Well, it's UFS because I wanted a frame that would fit as many skates as possible, and by having it UFS and using this converter that it's made to fit perfectly here, then I can use it on a 165 boot. That's basically the goal. I want a frame that I can use it in as many boots as possible. And I wanted a frame that would be flat because as much as I like the maneuverability that I have on those slightly rocket frames, I like the stability that I get from a flat frame, as long as it's not too long. I know that most of the free skates on the market are coming with 4x76 if you're a small foot, or 4x80 if you're a bigger foot. And some companies even make like frames that use 80 millimeter wheels, but they're like more separated. But I really like the 90s frame. I like the length, the 272 or the 273. For me, it's the right amount, so it's not too responsive, but it's also not too nervous, and especially for being flat, like to skate in the city, to go downhill. That's why this video started with me bombing some hills. It's one of the reasons why I sometimes feel the need of flat frames instead of a slightly rocket frame. I love to cruise around the city on a slightly rocket frame, but if I'm going to be going faster, or if I want to cover some distance, I sometimes feel the need of having all the wheels down. Now, by having a 90 millimeters, I'm not going to say you can do everything with this. Come on, that thing doesn't exist. It's not going to be as responsive or as maneuverable as a slightly rocket frame, like a Wizard frame or like a Yo-Yo Sago. It's different. But by having a flat frame that it's this short or with this length, I can still move around, and this is something that I really like about this frame. Other than that, If you look closely, you will see that the middle part, it's a bit like sinked in. I think that's how you call it, sinked in. Basically, it's more like on the inside. So if you want to paint it or if you want to put some stickers on, they're going to be protected, which is the reason why we made it this way. Other than that, something else that we also did with this frame is it's slightly lower in the front than it is in the back. So yes, again, it's a flat frame, but by having the frame with a little bit of a forward lean, you will be able to get on the edges easier because your foot have more mobility when you're going like this than when it's like this. When you have your heels low, it's harder for you to get on the edges. So I want you to be able to edge easier. It's going to be a little bit more edges friendly, if that makes sense. And yeah, that is it. I wanted to show you this. I want to tell you that this frame is now available. We have, for now, only 25 units. It's super limited, but in the future we expect to have more. So if you are someone that can see yourself skating with these, or if you review yourself in what I just said as the needs for your frame, this could be a nice frame for you. Again, only 25 units are available right now, but if you are not one of those that get one of these 25 initial units, we are expecting to make more. There will be also limited editions coming in the future. I can't tell you that much more. If you're a shop, please also contact Yo-Yo Skate and they will be able to get you these. Right now they are available on Yo-Yo Skate website and you can find the link in the description, and they are available as frame only, or you can also get them in a bundle with these wheels, which have a reminder. It says Lino Yo-Yo Skate because it's fun. It's the reminder wheel. I really like the color of the wheel with the green hub and the green tire. This is not the final one. This is basically the sample. Actually, these ones are 84s, while I've been skating the 90s. The 84s are not going to be available, at least in the beginning, but if you guys really ask Yo-Yo for that, they're probably gonna make an 84 frame with 84 wheels. But for now, we're coming with the 90s, 4x90s flat UFS frame. You can get it with or without the 165 adapter. Very important, this frame, do you center it on your boot? It doesn't have the side shifting, like the slot that you usually have on some frames on the market that allows you to adjust to the inside or to the outside. On these, it's not a thing, it's not a possibility. The way that you can adjust this frame is front and back, because we made a frame to be usable or to fit perfect in a UFS boot and in a 165, and the alignment of the frame and the boot, it's not the exact same on UFS and 165, so we made that slot to give you the possibility of adjusting the frame a little bit more forward, a little bit more back, as you wish. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy the video that we put out this morning, the promo for this. I tried to film it in the roughest conditions that I could to basically show you why you would want these or not. I went to Lisbon, I tried to skate as much cobblestone and weird things that I could with bigger wheels, and that is it. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to get one of these frames, well, you're supporting me and you're supporting whatever I'm doing here. If you don't see yourself, it's all good. I'm going to keep making videos for all of you. Thank you, and don't forget why we all started skating, and you can read it here because it's fun. Cheers, and see you soon.